Alrighty, joined now here at Pelican Golf Club by Madelene Sagstrom. Madelene, just, what are some initial thoughts and feelings as we head into the week?
Amazing. The course is in a really, really good shape. Probably the best I've ever seen it. So I play it every year. So I'm just really excited to be here. I love playing in Florida, really close to home for me, almost a home game. So it's just good feelings about the week.
Absolutely. You mentioned the course. Just how has it been playing in your, practice rounds and the Pro-Am? And is there anything that you're seeing out there that maybe you're going to look to take advantage of this week?
I think that, the greens are playing really fast. Not super crazy firm yet. I think they're going to get firmer, but the runoffs here are the hard part. Like if you miss the green in the wrong spot, you're going to have really tough short game shots. So, both, let's see, that would be 12 and 15, no, 12 and 18, like the runoffs have no grass. So if you hit those a little bit short, you're straight up water, so you're gonna have to drop. So there's a bunch of that stuff to think of. But I think that in Florida in general, the grain really protects the golf courses. It's really tough when you have those really tight grainy lies.
Yeah, absolutely. You have 3 top 10 finishes this year. When you look, and as we head with this week and then next week at CME, just with a couple weeks left in the season, what have been some of the highlights for you this year?
I think that I turned my game around. It's not been my best season. Last year was probably my best season on tour, result-wise. So I've been struggling a little bit. I've been struggling to mostly find my putting again. So I think that I kind of turned it around right before Solheim. I had a few good finishes for a couple events in the States. So that was kind of my thing. It's like you can go a little bit through a rot and then kind of turn it around. I had a few too many missed cuts early in the year. Kind of got very down on myself, and I played pretty good at Solheim, and now my game is really feeling like it's heading in the right direction. Hopefully I can get that out this week or next week, but I can feel that turnaround happening.
I was going to mention it later, but you brought it up, so we'll talk about Solheim just for a little bit, come right back to ANNIKA. But just, to be a part of that team, to retain the cup for the 3rd straight year, a very historic event, just what was that week like for you, and what was it like getting to hoist the cup?
It's always amazing. I think that just representing something bigger than yourself, representing Europe is something that I dreamt about as a kid. Now done it for this is my 3rd time. It's just it changes a little bit every year, but it's such a wonderful experience. I know that being American or European, that's what we all strive to be. And being in Spain, that was my first one in Europe. It was incredible. So I had the best of time. I'm happy that we retained the cup. I actually had my best points myself, individual points of my 3 Solheims. So quite happy with my performance, but I'm still excited for more.
Absolutely. We got 2024 to look forward to.
Absolutely. I'm ready for that one.
Yeah. So coming back here to the ANNIKA, I know as a Swede, ANNIKA's a household name. Just do you remember your first interaction with her, first time meeting her? And then, how was the relationship between you two grow? I know you played Dow together in 2022. So how did that come to be? What was that like? Just, for lack of a better word, just kind of take us through your, relationship with ANNIKA.
I think my first time meeting her was probably 2008 or 9. We used to have, I still think they do. We had an ANNIKA camp around one of her tournaments. And it was, back then it was like, whoa, like, it's like, it's like she was very untouchable. Like you were very intimidated, but so nice, so generous. And just, she was great with us girls back then. I think our relationship really started in 17 when she picked me for her Solheim Cup team. And since then we've been super tight. I do consider me one of her friends nowadays, and I got to play with her today in the Pro-Am, and it's just nice. They have a lovely family. I'm close with the kids, and we spend a lot of time with them. So it's just really nice for me to both. Mostly as a friend and just that, like how she is as a person, but also having that access to her knowledge, her experience, and just being able to ask her questions. That's, it's a huge resource for me, but I just really appreciate her friendship a lot.
Yeah. And, we're here now. You just mentioned her. She's a friend. Is the first namesake for the LPGA, or it's, one of the first namesakes for the LPGA Tour. Just as her friend, how surreal is it to kind of see her name, it's on the backdrop behind you, it's on your mic. Just, how exciting is it to, have ANNIKA's name everywhere and just how much she's done for the women's golf?
I know how hard she's worked. I wasn't playing when she was playing, but it was, I mean, she is so unbelievable at what she does. She works so hard at everything she takes on in life, and I think this is just a true testament to how good she is and how good she's been for women's sport. I think, I mean, her name draws everyone's attention. So I think it's huge for the LPGA Tour, and just very proud of her and all her hard work and dedication she's been putting down over the years, giving back to the game of golf, giving back to women's golf, and just keep helping us. Making women's golf even bigger. It's I feel honored as her friend to be a little bit in the background and hopefully do my part.
She mentioned in her presser she's very open to people getting reception about how everything's went. You gonna have some notes for her after this week?
Absolutely. I think, I mean, we all know what a good golf tournament is, and so far it's been amazing. So I'm hoping the whole week is going to turn out great. I know we have a lot of good fans in Florida, so it's going to be a fun week. The golf course is perfect, so and hospitality's been great so far. So I think there's not going to be too many pointers, but I will keep my eyes and ears out.
Absolutely. And then just one last one for me before I turn it over to Jeff. It recently was announced you're going to be playing with Ludwig Aberg in the Grant Thornton coming up. I know you have an interesting connection to him there, and just how excited are you to play in that event and also using this week and next week to kind of build momentum towards it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like currently I might be the slacking one of the team here. I need to step up my game, but it's I've known Ludwig for a bunch of years. We both went to the same high school, clearly not at the same time, but we have the same coach, Hans Larsen, so he's actually going to be on site. So that's really, I've known Ludwig since he was, 15, 16 in high school. I've met him, seen them in school, and now my fiance Jack caddies for him. So it's a great story. It's a really good connection. I'm proud of what they have achieved this year, and I'm just happy to be a part of like a little bit of an ending to it. So it's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited to see that event and playing with him firsthand.
Absolutely. All right, Jeff.
What's Jack's last name, and what kind of opportunity is that for him to be on that bag?
Yeah, no, his name is Jack Clark. He's been out here for probably about 6 years before that.
Yeah.
We met on tour, him caddying. So it's,
Okay.
it was a huge opportunity. He actually decided to go away from the LPGA Tour in the beginning of the year, giving this a go. Ludwig was playing as an amateur, so it was a big conversation that we had. The fact that he wanted to try it out and hopefully get the full-time gig, in which he did. So I think it's really cool. I mean, Jack used to play professionally himself and didn't make it to the main stage, but now he kind of gets to experience it firsthand anyways, being with a young kid, having all these new experiences. Yeah. I mean, Ryder Cup is, a mega bonus for him too. So it was nothing that we expected, but it's been a very fun year for him. I talked to him I was like, I hang out more with you on TV now than I do in person, but it's been really cool. It's for me, it's fun to see them really excited about the journey together, and it's really fun to watch from the outside.
You didn't go to the Ryder Cup, did you?
I wish I would have gone to Ryder Cup, but no, I didn't. I was in America doing my Chinese visa.
Doing your what?
My Chinese visa.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
No, I think, as of now, I'm still really deep into my own career. So I go out when I can. I was out of Valspar watching them and cheering on. So it's very inspiring for me watching the men play. I really love being out at their tournaments and watching them play. Now I have an even bigger reason to go out.
Yeah,
so it's been fun.
And what's your excitement level for this Grant Thornton event? You obviously have a very good player you're partnering with. And what's that opportunity going to be like?
Well, I keep telling him, I was like, I picked a good partner. I was like, this is, it's going to be so much fun. I think, for women's golf particularly, it's going to be huge. Partnering up with the men, playing a huge event in Florida at that time of year, a course that I'm very familiar to. It's going to be a lot of fun. The format looks incredible. So it's just mostly, I know it's the first run of the tournament, but I think they're going to do a fantastic job. So I'm looking forward to it. I actually look forward to learning a lot from Ludwig. Hopefully I can teach him a thing or two. I have the experience on him. He might have the game on me, but hopefully I can help him with a thing or two too.
We're going to ask you, you also share, your coach teaches Louise, I guess.
Yes.
Is that right? What's your exposure to her game? Have you seen her play much? Or?
I haven't
her
actually
pretty
seen her
well?
play too much. No, the same thing as with Ludwig. I've seen both of them kind of go through high school. I go back to high school a lot to practice with them, and
Okay.
I do all my normal indoor practice over there. Go there in the summer. I've seen a fair bit of all those
Yeah.
kids a lot, but not too familiar now. I hate to say it, but I'm quite a lot older than all these youngsters coming
We
up.
all are, don't worry.
But I mean, I mean, the fact that she's here, getting to experience LPGA is amazing. I think it's a good story for her to be here and just seeing this firsthand. I know her goal is to get out here one day, so she's got a couple more years, year and a half left in college. But I think she's gonna have a fantastic week, and I mean, I'm proud of the job that my coach does with all of the kids and leading up to this. I mean, these fairly big events.
I was ask finally, what was Annika's influence on you pursuing golf? I know there's a big age gap between the two, but what was her name and what it meant in Sweden, what she was doing in this game? What kind of influence did it have on you?
Well, I think the biggest thing for all of us, like we come from a very small country with a lot of winter. I think that it's always been the influence of she made it to the biggest stage in women's golf. She became the best of the best. And I think that it's like from a country with very little, I mean, I don't want to call it resources anymore because we have great resources now, but what you would probably think dreams that may not have been considered attainable. So I think that has inspired all of us. Like, it doesn't really matter where you come from and what it looks like. We can all make it out there. So I think that, I mean, she's really paved the way for, I mean, particularly for Swedish like female golf, but also men's golf. I think that, we had 5 players in the Solheim Cup this year. We've been super strong for a long time, and I think she is the reason why. She was there to pave the way for all of us to know we can do it too. Like she did it, we can do it too.
Nice.
All right. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And just